All right, guys. So it is Thursday, September 6th, and welcome to Team Forever Strong's weekly call. We have an awesome guest speaker on here tonight, and we have a ton of new coaches on the team. So you might not know who she is, but she's definitely somebody that you're going to want to get to know and follow on Instagram and on Facebook because she is from Boston and she is first and foremost a wife and a mom to four. She has four kids, guys. She's super crazy busy. And she has been a coach now. I have so many notes for you, Candice. She's been a coach since December 2012. All right. She is a 12-star diamond coach in her first account, which is absolutely incredible. She's a 2-star in her husband's account, 1-star in her second CBC, a 3-time elite coach, Success Club 5 legend. She's also the founder of Fit Mama Inc. And she's been on the National Wake Up Call, guys. So these are the weekly calls where they feature the top leaders in the network to, get on these calls and teach the other coaches in the network just how to build solid, thriving businesses. She's been on one of those before. And this is crazy, guys. But she's sponsored 22 diamond coaches. 22. She's built a solid kick-ass business, guys, and she's somebody that you definitely want to learn from. And I'll never forget, Candice. I don't even know if I ever actually even told you this, but way back when I started, almost 4 years ago, I remember watching the video where you retired your mom. That video, oh my gosh, where you surprised your mom. It was like her last day of work. And I just remember I was watching that with my parents and we're all just crying, right? And I was like, when I saw that, that is what gave me inspiration to want to be able to like give back to my parents too. Like I saw you do that and I just saw how like incredible that was like for your mom and like how emotional it was. And I was like, that's what I want to be able to do one day. Like I want to be able to give back to my parents like that too. So anyways, love you. You're awesome. All right, guys, we are going to learn from one of the best right now. She's one of my great friends in the business too, and she's so much fun and she's so funny. And I miss seeing her since I moved away from Boston, going to the Super Saturdays, but she's here now with us. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Candice. Thanks for being here.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And I'm sorry that I'm like, don't look professional right now, but baby's been fussy and I've been literally sitting in my room for like 2 hours trying to get him just to calm down. I think he has a little bit of a cold. So anyway, this is what you get, but you know what? Real life, mama 4, this is sometimes as good as it gets. Okay. So, little backstory on me. So Kathy, thank you so much for having me. I'm a mom of 4. I'm from Boston. I just had my last, trust me, child in May of this year. So he's almost 4 months. And I hit SC 28 the month I had him. Okay. So guys, if you just do the work, you can hit big Success Club goals when you're giving birth. Okay. It's really simple. But I basically started December of 2012, like Kathy said. I was a stay-at-home mom at the time. My kids were 3 and 1. I just was a mother that didn't want to go back to work. I wanted to stay home with my kids. I was dead set against going back. And I was bartending on the weekends for extra money. I had awesome bartending jobs in downtown Boston. I was making awesome money just Friday and Saturday night. I would work 9 to 2. I'd get home around 3. I would nurse the babies and then go to bed. And then the next day I would be complete junk. Okay. But I was making, I don't know, like $600-700 a weekend. So it was a no-brainer for me. Like, I'm not going to go to work. I'd rather do that. I'd rather like have that type of a sacrifice where I'm tired, but I'm only working 2 nights when everybody's sleeping so I can be home with my kids. Now, I did that for a long time, but then after I had Angelina in 2011, now I joined when she was 1. So the money at the bar started to slow down. And also I was getting really sick and tired of serving drunk people. And they weren't just people, they were like kids. They were like 20 somethings. And I couldn't even deal with it anymore. I was just a miserable person. And as luck would have it, the bar started to slow down. So I was like barely making $100 a week. And it, you know how like when doors shut, it's like all of a sudden something better comes. Well, the bar, it was like shutting, and they actually did shut down. So I was like, okay, well, I can't do this anymore. And it was right around that time that a friend of mine from high school had reached out to me because I had posted on Facebook that I was going to eat salads every day for the rest of my life. And she asked me if I wanted to join her Beachbody team. And I had no idea what Beachbody was. I legit thought it was like a wet t-shirt contest or like hot body contest. I'm like, what is this Beachbody thing? So long story short, I ended up signing up as a discount coach because she told me that I could get if I got 3 people, that my order would be free. And I was like, all right, well, I'm never paying for Shakeology ever again because I love it, but I'm not going to pay for it. So that night, as soon as Carl's face popped up and said, congrats, you're a coach, I did my first post. It was super tacky. I Google image Shakeology. I posted a picture, super salesy, and that was it. That's how my business started. Okay. And that's pretty much how my posts were for a good, I don't know, 6 months. But here's the thing, guys. I was really a sponge. I was really stalking coaches every single day. I was like, what does she do? Okay, what's Lindsay Matway posting? Okay, I'm going to post like that. I'm not copying words, but I'm going to do exactly what she does. Okay, what's this person doing? Okay, I'm going to put their, I'm going to copy that post or whatever. So I would literally be up at night on YouTube now, searching these coaches, watching their videos. And I was like fascinated by the success of these Team Beachbody coaches. And I was like, wait a minute, you can make like a lot of money as a coach. This is crazy. So I just went all in. And by the time I hit 20 months in this business, I was earning a 6-figure income. 20 months in, okay? This stay-at-home mom that when I started this business, I was only making $100 a week. I was on WIC, fuel assistance, and a free diaper program, okay? And when I didn't pick those diapers up in time, they used to call me and I used to get really angry. I was like, you know what? Keep your stupid free diapers, okay? I was so mortified and I didn't want that life. So, but this Beachbody thing, it became like, I don't want to say it became like drugs, I was like, oh my God, I love this. Like, love the workouts. I love the shake. I love this community. It's like, oh my God. I want to describe it. It's like when you have your first baby, you're like, oh my God, I love this baby. I'm so obsessed. Like this was like another baby for me. I'm like, Beachbody, so awesome. So I built my business on Facebook. Okay. I would plug into as many social circles as possible. So if like somebody's aunt commented on my post, then I'd friend the aunt, then I'd see who the aunt was talking to on her, posts, and then I'd friend that person. And then I'd go into like my college people and those people, and I'd comment on their stuff. And it was like, I was just looking for people at all times. But here's the thing. In a couple of years ago, I noticed that my business started to plateau. And I don't want to say that what worked before wasn't working now, because I still do the brunt. I don't want to say the brunt. I still do a lot of business on Facebook. Okay. But I was finding that newer coaches were having tons of success when I was plateauing. Okay. So I humbled myself and I decided to grab one of those coaches and say, hey, let's do a FaceTime. I want to know what you're doing because I need to change things. Okay. So guys, you can imagine as somebody, now here's like all of us are at a different point in our business. If I'm telling you as a 12-star diamond coach, okay, that I at a point in my business struggled, that means that you're going to struggle too. Whether you're a 10 or a 7 or a 2 or an emerald, you're going to struggle, okay? The worst thing that you can do when you're struggling is pull your foot off the gas. Go write that down somewhere because, guys, if you pull your foot off the gas, you're going to get further into a hole and you're going to lose momentum. You have to constantly be working on yourself. So I talked to Haley Christian. Okay, you guys know who she is. And I was like, Haley, what the heck are you doing? Like, here I am at 12. She had popped 9 diamonds that year or something. I had popped zilch. Okay. And I was like, what are you doing? She's like, girl, it's Instagram. And I was like, all right, well, what do I do? Because the thing is, guys, is I started this Instagram account back in like 2013 and it just sat there. I wasn't doing anything with it. But I didn't really get like how people were getting people off of Instagram. So let's talk about that. Okay. So for those of you that are on Facebook, and I understand that you're probably really, I don't want to say skeptical, but you're nervous, you're unsure, you're confused about Instagram. This is a whole new platform. I'm here to tell you, I felt the same way. Okay. I didn't like it. I just wanted to stay where I was. I loved the comfort of Facebook. I loved it. I knew it well. I know Messenger. I know how to respond. I know how to do everything there. But guys, guess what? I love VHS tapes too. I save them all. Okay. But I don't watch VHS tapes anymore. I stream things through my smart TV. Okay. So I want you to think about your business is like, I'm not saying Facebook's a VHS tape, but I'm just trying to make the analogy that we're moving into like the next level. Okay. And so don't be asleep on this. Don't fight it. Okay. You don't want to fight this. The action is over there on Instagram. So last fall, when we went to leadership, Kathy's probably talked to you guys about this. They talked a lot about Instagram. Everything was Instagram. Okay. So what do? Every leader left and we all pummeled it. Now, here's the thing. When I talked to Haley, she said something that stood out to me, and I want you guys to remember this. This is another thing. I want you to write it down in big red marker. She said, Candice, you're going to think that it's not working, okay? You're going to think that you're posting for nothing. You're going to think you're doing Instagram stories for nothing. It takes about 8 months of consistency before it starts to catch on. Right about 8 months. And I was like, okay. And you want to know what I thought to myself? I'll do it faster than 8 months. It's not going to be 8 months. Okay. So I hit the ground running, and she told me every single day you need to do your Instagram stories. All right. And I was like, okay. So I was like, all right, fine, I'll do my Instagram stories. So I started doing it. I was like, I like doing this. I just want to post on Facebook and like go clean my kitchen, and then like post on Facebook at noon, and then like go work out, and then post at night, like the 8-12-8, 9-12-9. But with Instagram stories, it's like you're posting all day long. And the thing that I always want to do is get off my phone. And now I feel like I'm on my phone all the time. So I didn't like it. So I was a little inconsistent in the beginning. But as I started to learn it, I started to get comfortable and I started to have fun with it. And then it became second nature for me. All right. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to teach you everything that I did, because I am a total noob when it comes to Instagram. Okay. This is exactly what I did. I am not an expert. I'm not Jatana, whatever the heck her name is, Jackson. I am not those Instagram people. I'm the person that you want to talk to because I just started. And I'm going to tell you what I did. It's super simple because it's something you can do right now. Because I bet some of you look at like Jatana, whatever her name is, or some of these other coaches that are like crushing Instagram with like 81,000 followers and stuff. And you're like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to get there. Like, how do they do it? Like, I'm not that good. So I freeze up and then I don't do anything. Listen, just stop. Okay. You got to start somewhere, just like with your Beachbody business. We all start at 0. None of us have coaches. We got to get to Emerald. We got to get to Diamond, start, whatever. It's the same thing with Instagram. We all have to start somewhere. Everybody signs up and grows their business, grows their page. Okay. So I made this little cheat sheet here about how you can strategize your day to grow your Instagram and get good at it. Okay. Guys, I signed I have two signed up today, 3 coach signups out today from Instagram. Okay. And this is just from consistency in building my network. And yeah. Okay. So the first thing I want you to do every day on Instagram is, actually, no, let's back up before I do this. We talk about your bio and your header first, okay? I want you to look at my Instagram page. It's fit_mama_inc, so Fit Mama Inc. I want you to go to it. I want you to copy and paste my bio, okay? And go put it in the notes section of your phone. And I want you to edit each line so that it's just the way it, like, bold, just like that. Maybe you want to change the emojis, whatever, but you want it to be really eye-catching and not just like a paragraph of like words, okay? You want it to be like almost bulleted. But here's the reason why I want you to copy and paste it, is because Instagram, when you're doing your bio, doesn't allow you to like hit return and do lines. So you have to like do it someplace else, then highlight it and copy and paste the bio in, okay? You'll see I have a video of my story in the cover photo. Do something, link it to your Facebook page. If you have a story, do that. If you have a Woofu doc, join your team and you want the doc there, whatever, but put some type of link. They don't like Linktree anymore, so find some type of link and put it in your bio, okay? Obviously, make sure your photo, your profile picture is something really catchy and not like a sunset or something stupid. And give yourself a good name, like make it like catchy. I mean, it can be your name, but I think it's fun when you have something that's a little bit catchy. That way people are like, oh, who's this Fit Mama Inc? What is that? Okay. All right. So that's it. Now you're ready to rumble. Okay. I want you every day to make sure that you're posting using the same filter. Okay, you want your page to look like a magazine. Look at Nikki Whiting's Instagram page. Look at my Instagram page. Look at Jen Richardson. My pages are nothing like Jen's or Nikki's. Their pages are amazing, okay? But I want you to look for ideas, because you're not going to understand what I'm saying unless you actually go and look at their pages and go, aha, wow, that looks really good. How did they do that? Okay. Most of the reason why it looks really good is because they've used the same filter in every picture. My favorite filter app is called PS Express. Okay. The thing I like about PS Express is once you upload your photo onto it, if your photo's a little dark, you can lighten the photo up. Okay. So if you lighten the photo up, then you can use a filter and and you can like adjust the whatever, you know what I mean? Like how bright or light, you know what I'm saying? I can't talk right now. So that's what you want to do. So pick a filter and use that same filter for every photo, so your page looks like a magazine. Okay. So you're going to post on your Instagram page. You're probably like, well, I don't know what to post. All right. I'm going to give you an exercise. I'm going to hand it to Kathy. It's the color wheel. I don't know if you guys have seen the color wheel. Okay. But this color wheel is going to give you all the different colors of what makes you you. Okay. So my color wheel will say, I'll tell you what mine says. And this is, I sat down, I thought of all the things that make Candice Candice. I love sneakers. I live in the city. I'm Italian. I'm into my faith. I'm a mom of 4. I'm breastfeeding. Like, these are all the things that make me me. Okay. And what I do is I make all my posts around that, because that's my little brand. It's my reality show. So, you want to be not always doing the Beachbody commercial. Okay. Because if you got too many commercials, people are going to change the channel. So you have to have other content that's interesting for people to want to follow you, because then they start to like the Beachbody stuff. But if it's like Beachbody, Beachbody, Beachbody all the time, they're gonna lose interest and they're gonna unfollow you. Okay. So I'm gonna give you the color wheel exercise. The next thing, when you do your posts, tag like a company in your post. So today I did a post with my kids starting school. I was wearing a Puma shirt. I tagged Puma I tagged Parents Magazine. I tagged What to Expect. I tagged Baby Center. What does this do? It's just another way for people to find me, because if you go and look at their pages, there's a place that you can click that shows everyone that tagged them, and you can see all of those people that tagged whatever. Okay, it's pretty cool actually. So once again, it's another way for people to find you. The next thing I do in my post, because I think that entertainment's super important, is I go to Pinterest and I search memes. Okay, and I make boards, so I have stuff to post on Instagram. So a lot of the quotes that I use, I have some really good quotes. I get those off of Pinterest. And I see, and I like recreate them and I save them and I post them on my page. Okay. But there's so many great things on there that you can use and post on Instagram. So, like for instance, I went away this weekend to, this weekend. Yeah, right. I went away last month to Italy. And so I tried to make some of the quotes that I posted based off of travel, because all of my posts were of me in Italy. So I did travel memes. So I made all of my quotes about travel and stuff. That way, like my vibe flowed. Okay. So, so Pinterest, tagging companies in your posts, find a filter that you love. You're going to do that color wheel so you can find, all the things for you to share about. Now you're like, well, how am I going to build my social media? I mean, my Instagram page. I'm going to give you a task. This is what you're going to do every single day. All right. I want you to follow 20 people a day. This is not going to take that long, guys. All right. How are you going to do this? You're going to find people via hashtags. Okay. So one of the hashtags that I followed was, Jesus family, hashtag Jesus family. So what I did is I searched that hashtag, and then I went through all the photos just to see if there were people that look like my tribe. I went right in, follow. Okay. Another thing I did is I went in people that I really like. So think about like, I don't know, Chip and Joanna Gaines, super cute. Okay. See who's following them. Okay. Click followers and it's going to show you all their followers. Okay. Do you like Tom Brady? Go to Tom Brady, see who's there, follow all, go through all of Tom Brady's followers and see who's there. Okay. Did you go to Northeastern University? Okay, go to Northeastern University. See everybody that follows Northeastern. Find those people. So do you see, your people are going to be in certain groups, certain hashtags, or following certain people. So like, what do you like? Okay, you're looking for another you. I'm always looking for another Candice. So when I go out there, I'm seeking out like hashtags and people that Candice likes, and looking for Candices in those subgroups. Okay. So, then the next thing I want you to do is I want you to take 10 minutes, and I want you to literally like take 10 minutes, because you can get sucked into this one for a good hour. Okay. If you got more time to invest in it, that's fine. But take 10 minutes and scroll through everybody's stories up top the Instagram page. Watch them and make sure you respond to them. You say, oh, that's super cute. Oh, where'd you get that? And start building relationships. See, this is how you build a warm market on Instagram, is by talking to people through their stories. Okay. Now, what happens over time when you're consistent on your Instagram story and you're consistently reaching out to people on their Instagram stories, they start watching you. Then you have a poll question, would you be interested in joining my team? Now they click yes. Okay. But guys, you have to be consistent about doing this. Okay. Because when you fall off, you lose street cred. Okay. And if you're like, oh my God, it's a lot of work. It's not though. Like, all of you that are on this call are already on social media. You're just probably not using your time wisely. Okay. And I'm not saying that to like criticize, because we all get in the like social media black hole. And, I was saying to my team the other day that sometimes we get so stuck prepping to work that we don't work. Okay. But, you know, you can count this as part of your work, is talking to people and inviting, because when you have conversations with people, you start to be friends with them, and then you can easily be like, oh, you should totally do this group with me. All right. The next thing, and I'm going to really pound this one on you, is just to be present on your Instagram stories. Okay. Share your workout every day. Don't be like, oh, well, I shared my workout yesterday, so today I need to come up with new content. Nope. All Instagram stories is a reality show. Okay. It's your reality show every single day. If people are following you, people want to see now what you're doing. They want to see how you talk. They want to see what your house looks like. You know, they want to see the real you outside of the post that you're posting on Instagram. So I was like, what's that noise? My husband playing with the baby. It's totally okay to share your workout every day, your shake every day, something you got from personal development, share it every day. Your real life, the real life stuff is the things that people love. Make sure you share it, even if you think it's boring. I got a sushi burrito tonight from like a local sushi restaurant, legit sushi burrito. I shared it, right? Share everything. And if you're like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm doing too much of this, you can just take pictures and videos on your phone. Like there was a time that my phone, Instagram wasn't working. Okay. So I had to do everything through like my camera. So I'd take 15-second videos, I'd snap things all day long. And then later that night before I went to bed, I would upload them all. Okay. And that's another way you can do it. If like, let's say you're at work, you're like, oh, I can't do this. Like when I'm at work, just like use your camera and take pictures and videos all day. And then when you get out of work or when you're on your lunch break, then upload them. Okay. If you're like, oh, well, you know, Instagram's so confused. The stories are confusing. I don't know how to use them. I didn't either. Like I'd get on there. I'm like, what are these buttons that I got to click? Like, what is that? Why are there all these fonts? Like, I don't understand what's going on. You just have to keep doing it. All right. You're going to learn. You just have to do it. And you have to do it every day. And now I'm like, oh, this is so much fun. I don't want to do anything else. All right. So some of the things that you do on Instagram stories, there's GIFs. Make your stuff funny. Don't make it boring. Okay. And if you're like, well, I'm not funny, you're funny once you start looking at GIFs. The GIFs are hilarious. Okay. There's GIFs. There's filters. Okay. So, you know, change the filter of your picture, make it look like a different color or whatever. There's questions now. So you can ask somebody, ask me something about my life. Ask me something about my kids. Ask me something about Italy. All right. They ask questions and then you can answer them and you can post their answers. Like you'll have a lot of fun with it. Also too, the thing that I absolutely love is music. All right. So when I'm working out, I take video on my iPhone, and what I'll do after is I'll edit it. I'll edit the videos into little 15-second clips, and then I'll post them on my story. And that might sound really hard, but it's not. You just edit it on your phone. Guys, I'm like, seriously, I just started doing Instagram like several months ago. And all of the stuff I just started doing. You just do it. Okay. You just figure out a way. Like if you're lost in the woods, you got to figure out a way to get out. Okay. So, with my phone, when I take my workout videos, I'll take one video and then I'll cut it into 15-second slots. But then another thing sometimes I'll do is I'll use time lapse, which speeds your workout out. So it makes you look like really cool doing it. So you can use that too to speed your video up. Okay. And then once you upload it, you can add music to your workouts. Okay. Or you can add it to your life or whatever. All right. Time lapse is on your iPhone. So I'll show you right now. Hold on. If you go on your iPhone in your camera, okay, right down the bottom here, see, it says photo, video, slow-mo, portrait, square, and then there's time lapse, okay? So that's where you do that. Guys, that's it, all right? This is all I've been doing every single day is doing this. Use the poll options, you know, Like if you go on my stories right now, I just did, I made my shake. I told them how I made my shake. And then I said, would you be interested in trying my shake? And then I wrote vegan or whey. And people are selecting the poll options. And I messaged them like, oh, cool, you're interested. They're like, yeah, tell me about it. Little do they know that it's $5 a packet, you know, but it's $5, you know? So I'm like, yeah, it's $5. You just can PayPal me. They're like, okay, you know, one girl's PayPaling me right now. So, you know, you just hit, this is what it is to be a business owner, but you don't have to do this from 9 to 5. Like, guys, I have 4 kids and my life is really busy, but I'm doing it. Like, you know, I'm not a 9 to 5 coach. I don't spend all day working on my business. I'm totally like the pocket queen, an hour here, 15 minutes here, 20 minutes here. You know, I'm still making a 6-figure income, still hitting SC20 like every single month, but I do my work. Like I'm relentless. I don't stop. I don't necessarily have time carved out where I'm like, okay, well, I work on my business from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. I don't have that type of organization in my life right now. I'm definitely a squirrel and I do things all day, but I love the business. It's really fun. Okay. Let me see if I missed something else. I just want to look over my notes real quick. So responding to stories, following people oh yes, I forgot something huge. So every day you're going to follow 20 people, but at the end of the week on Sunday night, I want you to go through this app. It's called Followers. Okay. Go in your Followers app. Whoever didn't follow you back, unfollow them. Okay. Unless you're like, this person's my tribe and I'm going to keep stalking them, unfollow them. All right. Because you also don't want to have like, you don't want to be following way more people than are following you. So if you have like 1,000 followers, but you're following like 6,000 people, no, it's going to throw off your Instagram algorithm. Okay. Let me see what else. Be present on your Instagram stories. If you don't, I have a challenge for you. It's the Kiki challenge of Instagram. Just kidding. So your color wheel, okay? Your color wheel where you're going to pick out all the things that make you you. We did this in one of our groups, and this was a really awesome task, okay? Go live once a day on Instagram and about like one of those things on your color wheel every single day. Okay. And tell everybody, hey, I'm doing the 30-day Instagram challenge, Instagram live challenge. I'm going to share a little bit with you every single day about my life. And I hope you think it's interesting. Yeah. Okay. So one day I talked about my sneakers. Another time I talked about Italy. Another time I talked about being a coach. Another time I talked about my kids. Another time I talked about breastfeeding. Another time I talked about, you know, a story of when I bartended. So like, you know, I share these little things every day and people watch them. All right. And they looked forward to hearing about me every day. So what does this do? This is just a way for you to keep putting your fish hook out there into the Instagram world and grabbing them. The thing that's great about Instagram, guys, is the people on Instagram are much cooler and much more open to like coaching invites, challenge group invites. You know, it's like that's what they're out there for. Like they're looking for all these like people and what are you selling and, you know, ambassadors and all of these whatever people that are into all these businesses. So that's it. Final tip. Okay. Take a look at your Instagram page tonight. Just take a look at it. Okay. Take a look at it and then go look at Jen's and Nikki's or mine and go, okay, I see I have work to do. Okay. My page doesn't look as great. Maybe, you know, I want you just to critique yourself, but be gentle on yourself because we're all starting, you know, from scratch here. So it's not to criticize anybody at all. Like seriously, guys, this is not to criticize. This is for you to grow in your Instagram business, but you have to be open to a little bit of constructive criticism on yourself. Okay. If you scroll way down my Instagram page and you see like my first stuff from like 2013, you'll see there's a huge difference. So if I was still posting like that, I don't think I'd be where I was at. Okay. I'm rambling, but Kathy, do you mind if I check the questions in the chat bar?
Yeah, go right ahead. This has been awesome. I see some questions here. What's the app that you use for, I don't know where
The
that
app
question came from.
is called Followers.
Oh, followers app. Okay, yep, I see that there.
Yeah.
Tracking system. Somebody asked about your tracking system.
Like, are you, okay, hold on one second. Let me scroll up here. All right. Let's see the app. Okay, yeah, Chrissy, it's followers. Followers track for Instagram. This one I like. Hold on a minute. You see that? That one. Followers track for Instagram. That's the one that I use. Okay, let's see. What about a tracking system? I feel like this is my biggest downfall. Liz, yes, because I just said the same thing to Tara Bilek the other day. I was like, I know what I need to do on Instagram, but I feel like I need like a checklist. So I could say, okay, I just did 10 followers, I just followed 10 people. I just did this. Are you also talking about, Liz, I can see your face. Are you also talking about like how you track the people that you're interested in? Okay, so with that, here's what I do. That's a really good question. If there's somebody that I'm interested in, I go into their profile. So I want you guys, I don't know if you're all on your phone, but I go into their profile. So let's say this person right here, okay? I'm going to pretend like I'm going to message them. So go into message, and then in the top, see how there's a star? I star it. So I'm like, okay, that person's starred. Now you're probably like, well, what does that mean? What Instagram does now is they allow you to categorize your people. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can find it now. Hold on. Oh my gosh, now I can't figure out. Oh, okay, hold on. Okay, so what you do, this is probably confusing for some of you guys, I'm sorry. So up top here, see where your messages are, where the blue is? So you click on that. And then where it says search, click search. Now you can highlight, hold on, your starred people right there. Now everybody I saved should pop up. Yep, so see, these are all people that I've starred, that I've had conversations with. So all the people that you're interested in, Liz, pretend like you're gonna go message them and click the star. It's just a way for you to do that. You can also pen and paper it if you want, but I just find it's easier that way. That way, when I want to go do my work and I don't have my notebook around, I'll just like sit down in my bed at night and I'll especially go to those people and make sure I'm loving on all their photos and watching their stories. Okay. So yeah, but I do need like a checklist or some type of, that's like my goal, like for the next week is I need to put in it really for the next 48 hours. I really want to put an Instagram like power hour where I know like I got everything done on Instagram. So I need to do that. Let's see, what are the other questions? Let's see. How long should we go live for? I would say keep it under 5 minutes. I feel like 5 minutes is usually the time people start to clock out. So I think 5 minutes is good. Do you follow public profiles only or do you request private ones as well? I do both. I mean, if they look cute in their profile picture, I'm like, I'll just follow them. What's there to lose? But it's definitely nice it's definitely better when you can see what they're posting on their page. Okay. And don't go to a Beachbody coach's page and see who's following them and then follow those people. Like, don't do anything that has to do with Beachbody. Like, don't see who's following Carl Degler. Like, don't do that. Like I said, Tom Brady, Lady Gaga, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, find people that you like who do you like? All right. Kelly, incorporate your photography skills. Yes, definitely, for sure, because Instagram's all about pretty pictures, and we're getting there. Like, if you're like, oh my God, my pictures stink and blah, 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 listen, we all start somewhere. Just work on it. That's all. Okay. Yeah, Emily crushed the 30-day Instagram live challenge. How do you copy your bio, Patty? Just copy paste, like just highlight it. I think you can, let me see. Can you highlight my bio? Oh, maybe you can't. I don't know. Let me try somebody else's.
Maybe if you go to like Grids, you open up the Grids app on your computer, maybe you can do that when you go to other people's profiles. Maybe you can highlight over it, copy and paste it.
Yeah, I don't know, it's not working. I tried to do the.
Let me try that, actually.
Yeah, I just tried to do it at Darren and Tony's. Look how many copy paste his.
Um,
Not working, but basically just look at my profile. Okay, go to my profile. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines. So just bullet 6 things out about yourself, and then just copy paste it. The other thing too is you can now hashtag. You can put hashtags in your bio, so make sure you do that. You'll see.
Oh yeah, I can do that on Grids, by the way. I can highlight your bio when I open up Grids.
Okay, cool.
So that's easy.
So that's pretty much it. If you guys are good, I mean, listen, this is really basic. Anyone can do this. It's simple. But well, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make a checklist and I'll give it to Kathy, and that way you guys can at least work off of that.
Yeah, this was awesome. And I love how, like, super simple you kept it. But guys, like, I took a bunch of different notes and stuff like that. But just hearing, guys, that this is, a veteran coach, in this business, you just can never get too comfortable. Every time you feel like you're comfortable, what happens when you're comfortable, right? You don't have any growth, you don't grow. And so you have to always be willing to just dive in. And it's so true what Candice said, like, you figure it out, you try it out. You might mess up. The great thing about stories too, guys, is that it goes away within 24 hours. So, it's not a big deal. You put it up and gone in 24 hours, right? It's really awesome. But the consistency, I love how you shared too about when you talked with Haley. I mean, this is the long-term vision, guys, that you have to have, not just in this business, but any business, but 8 months of consistency with doing this before it catches up to you. Okay, and you start seeing, this is actually working. All right, it's paying off. The compound effect, it's actually happening, right? So you have to stick with it and just be really, really consistent with it. But it is so true. Like, I had a tough time too making the shift too, Candice, because guys, when I came in 4 years ago, I built my business to 6 figures right on Facebook, all Facebook. So yeah, it was an adjustment having to figure out, like, okay, now I have to go to Instagram. I didn't even have an Instagram account, guys, when I signed up to become a coach. So it was an adjustment, but you just got to throw yourself into it. Just like when I started out as a brand new coach, I wasn't posting on Facebook or even using Messenger or anything. I had to figure that out too. And it happened. So just don't be afraid to dive in, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. Use Candice's advice and her simple tips that she gave you. Like, take advantage of YouTube. This doesn't have to be anything crazy. Like, you heard what she said, and she's super busy with 4 kids at home. She's plugging it in during pockets of time during the day when it works for her, and she's still making a 6-figure income. Think of what that could do for your family. Okay, so use your time wisely. And yes, I have the color wheel. I love that. The color wheel is awesome. It really is so helpful. And I like the tip. Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Kathy, before I forget.
Yeah.
With that color wheel is how you're going to formulate your hashtags. Okay. So remember, guys, when you're posting on Instagram, you're going to need to come up with like 5 different groupings of hashtags. Don't use the same hashtags on every picture. 30 hashtags is what you're allowed. Use 30 hashtags. So make your hashtags based off the color wheel, because that's how you're going to find people. So like sneaker hoarder, city slicker, all these. So that's how I find my people. I hate to jump off right now. My baby's like freaking out.
You got to go. But thank you so much, Candice.
Yeah, keep talking. I got to go.
Bye, Candice. All right. Bye, guys. Thanks so much for being on, and we'll see you next week. Bye, everyone.